And the case has sparked long queues at testing clinics south of Brisbane. Reporter Rachel Rieger is at Logan Hospital, where people have been lining up all day. Rachel, what's the situation like there now?
Matt, there are still dozens of people arriving in cars, coming here, parking and getting out and lining up in the queues for the 2 fever clinics here at Logan Hospital. And unbelievably, it's still a few hours wait because despite those tests being relatively quick, it does take quite a while for people's information and details to be processed. Now, to get an idea of numbers, more than 1,100 people have come out to fever clinics in this Metro South region today alone. Now, there has been thousands of people come out across Queensland to get tested, and there's been a real mix of emotions. A lot of people are very frustrated at those 3 women, but there's also a lot of fear and uncertainty of what's to come. For the second day in a row, hundreds of people queued at Parklands Christian College south of Brisbane to get tested for coronavirus. In the hot sun, the long wait and frustration of not knowing, tempers ran high.
I'm disgusted. Unfortunately, it seems that the spread that's happening at the moment in Victoria and everywhere is through people not doing the right thing.
I am definitely frustrated. I mean, it's kind of selfish, obviously.
Annoyed that their stupidity can cause another pandemic and affect so many people's lives.
With students and staff at the school forced into quarantine, local AFL clubs are also taking precautions.
We won't train for the rest of the week, but at this stage, all our games are still going ahead for the weekend.
Communities around Brisbane, Logan and Ipswich are now on high alert after the flare-up of cases. Fever clinic times have been extended at Logan Hospital and the Mater Hospital in Brisbane. At a new pop-up clinic at Springfield west of Brisbane, there was a steady stream of cars and long delays for testing.
I came up here to Orion for dinner on the Sunday night when those 2 girls were up here.
Well, last night a girl from my work was actually at the Peak Thai restaurant and she came into work, so we're coming here as a precaution.
There were similar scenes up north in Townsville as fears of community transmission in the southeast took hold.
I have a family member in intensive care at the Mater Hospital and they won't let me in until I've had a COVID test.
2 days ago I was in Sydney, so I come up to get tested.
About 100 aged care homes remain in lockdown to visitors, with increased screening for staff underway. Andy Caller's 61-year-old wife Julie has advanced early onset dementia and went into an aged care facility in May. The restrictions mean Mr Caller and his grandkids can't visit.
Even though Julie doesn't remember my name and even though she will forget that I'm there, it is still good for her to have family come and visit her.
Parliament House was also thrown on alert, undergoing a deep clean last night after 30 students from the Chatswood Hills State School visited yesterday. Any staff that had direct contact with the tour groups have been told to take leave and get tested. The actions of a few have impacted thousands of Queenslanders, with many now awaiting their coronavirus test results. Rachel Rieger, ABC News.